Okay, well, hello everybody. We're back here at TV. It's about probably 10 o'clock at night, I'm assuming. Don't have a clock in front of me, but been uploading videos today off and on about the knife series and now the bow series. And with this air gun or hot air gun that I bought, I didn't give it maybe 12 bucks for it, 11, 12 bucks. And about a month ago, and the switch went out on it today, so I had to rewire it, and that's why it took me so long to get the bow built today. But I built the crossbow bow and I'll show you step by step on the other videos what I've done, but this is the last video except for installing it onto the bow, the crossbow itself. Let's see, yeah, that's the way I want it. I've already cut the knots. All I like is stringing the bow up and working and retying it, gluing it and tying it back on here. I'm sorry, you probably won't be able to see that. Let me back up the camera a little bit, or zoom out a little or something here. Just trying to get this camera position. Now, I can say I am no expert cameraman, but I'm just trying to show you what I got done today. Let me see if that zooms in on it and that zooms out. Okay, that's as far out as I can go there. Let me see if I move on out. But anyway, this is the crossbow I've been working on and trying to redo. This is the flat bow that I'm trying to make like what Nick made up there, and trying to do it exactly like his. But this is what I got in mind. I'll have to tie it on again and glue it there in the center, wherever the center is on that. Yeah, right about there's the center of it. And then but before I do that, I got to string this bow up. I haven't strung it up. I have cut the knocks and smoothed the edges down so it wouldn't cut the rope when you put it on there. Okay, now I've been doing some rasping on this tiller, or stock as some of y'all might call it. It's the same thing, tiller, stock, it don't matter, for your crossbow to set on. What I done when I cut this the first time, like I say, I had it laying down on a table outside, clamped down, and I took that doggone single tooth saw I got. It's a single blade with no guide. So I was cutting with it, and it cut one side just a little bit slanted downhill. So that could have been part of the reason my first bow failed. Crossbow might have failed that, and my reheating it over and over to try to shape it so the string would come on this side of the arrow sight. The problem was the string kept setting right against the bow when I strung it up. So I didn't have any. That first time that I fixed it, didn't have much of an angle, or not any slight tilt like this one's got. This one's got a slight flat place on both sides, just a slight bend here. Not much of one, just a slight bend. And I know these are hard to string up, but I've got to get a rope and try to string it up. I may have to get some help and just put it around the clothesline pole and pull down on it as hard as I can while somebody puts the rope on there to put it on there. That thing, if it ain't 100 pounds, I don't know what you call it. I'm telling you, that's a stiff bow. I can't bend it no more, and I'm super strong, and I can't bend it from here. You have to set your foot down on it and pull up on it in the center. That's how I got the last one to load. And I went about 3 inches down, like Nick said up there on his video that he showed. Now, I'll probably paint this bow. I figure I'm going to paint it camouflage. So I'll probably do that tonight and let it set up and dry. And then tomorrow I'll show you the bow once it's cured. I bought some camouflage paint, and I think that's what color I'm going to paint the bow this time. Hopefully it'll look good with this black stock. It should work out just fine in the bush. The other thing, you see, it did the same thing with that rough cutting saw, because it's got a saber tooth blade. I didn't find my smoother cutting blade till today. Now I find it. There it is. I could have had this one on there and it would have cut a smoother cut, but even so, I really need a bandsaw for this. A bandsaw, I could have cut that a whole lot smoother, or if I had me a belt sander, I could work that down a lot better and make it smoother and set up a leveler to where this thing would be a lot better deal. But like I said, that ain't going to matter that it's not straight here necessarily, as long as this part's straight. The run for your arrow from here to here is smooth and clear, where it can slide through the arrow rest easily. I may have got my arrow rest here just a little bit over 3/4, possibly, because he said to cut them 3/4, and I did. But let's see what I got in there. I've got about 7/8 of an inch, but I don't think that's going to make much difference. The arrow holes in there good and tight and everything is straight. But if it does, I can change that and make another set. That's toothbrushes are pretty cheap considering, you know, and heat you up another set. You can even take these off and sand them off and reuse these even. But these were new brushes that I put in there. And the other thing I did with this bow, I glued it and put small wood screws in it, real small. So I know that they ain't gonna split it. They're small enough it's gonna be okay on that. But I still got kind of a high hump right here that's just not coming down yet. So I'll probably have to just keep a rasping on that for a while. You know, tonight I'm gonna call it a night, I think. I may spray paint this and lay it up to cure till tomorrow and let it dry and get it ready, but I'm gonna have to take a piece of sandpaper to do and kind of rough up this plastic just a little bit so that the paint will stick better. That's one of the things, you see, PVC is slick. It's real slick, but that won't hurt it. I could, for that matter, for a survival bow, I would just slap that on there just like it looks and go out and get me some meat. It wouldn't matter a bit. If I needed it in a hurry, I would tie that thing on there, go out and get it working. It would get it into a usable bow. Doesn't matter whether it's painted or not, or fancy or whatever, as long as it gets the job done. However, paint will make it look better, and I have the paint, so I've got the time to do it, so I'm going to do that. But it'll probably be tomorrow, because I'm just about to give out for today. I'm also going to make a couple of knife sheaths. There's another one of them spring clip like I got here, hooks on my pocket or my belt or on your boots if you wear boots. It'll clip about anywhere on your visor in your truck. It's got a little clip behind it there that I made. It's spring loaded. You just slide it over and it pops back against the case itself, and there you have it. All I did was bow it here, and you can slide a belt through it. You can put this on the outside of your backpack and slide it down on there and clip it, and you have your knife right there. This knife is pretty good. It's not the best knife that I've ever made. I made some that were more of the boa type, that were round on the end, just a little bit broader in some cases that I liked. They had more of a round end out here on the end, and they came up and come up smaller. But this is not too bad of a rig for right straight out of lawnmower and just eyeballing it. It works, and that's nothing but a flat PVC handle also. Only I didn't put the liquid metal in here like I did the other big, the striker knife that I'm working on. In fact, here it is. I finished that. Might as well show you that. I painted it and it's all finished. You see, I filled in this here with liquid metal. See that? Which is nothing but JB Weld. It ain't really metal. I call it liquid metal, but it is not. It's just a solder type stuff to fill up leaks and stuff. It's like a putty. and it just fills the groove up